And welcome to another episode of Animom. So this week we are talking about Mirai Nikki, more commonly known in the UK, America, places that aren't Japan, as feature diaries. Firstly, let me say I absolutely loved this series. It was absolutely amazing, really, really good. However, not really suitable for children. So that's what we're going to talk about. So it's definitely meant for an older audience. I would not allow youngsters sort of younger than 13 to watch it. Maybe sort of a little bit younger, but I'm going to go through a few of the many things and reasons why I don't think that it's entirely suitable for really young people. So, firstly, there is lots and lots and lots of swearing, loads of it, all over the place, which is easy to overlook as an adult because sort of if you're watching something you don't really pay attention too much to the swear words. However, that's not necessarily a good thing, because you don't want your kids to be watching something where they're going to be listening to swear words and it becoming a general part of conversation. That's you know, that's not what you want your kids learning. So there's also there's quite a lot of violence throughout it. It has a really good concept. The whole basis of it, if you're not familiar with it, and one of the reasons why as an adult you should watch it, because it is really good. So it is based initially on a young guy who is a bit of a loner, not really, doesn't have a huge amount of friends, and he keeps a diary, religiously keeps a diary on his mobile phone. It's really funny that in anime they always use flip phones. I don't know why I'm doing this. So they always use a flip phone, even though in this day and age, who uses a flip phone? No one. Anyway, so he keeps his diary on this flip phone. So it then turns out that his diary can not predict the future, but it knows the future, as in he is able to see forward to diaries he's written further down the line. So, and he meets other people who also have this, but only one can win, and that winner becomes a god, basically. So anyway, as a parent you should watch it. As a child, they maybe shouldn't. Yeah, so there's loads of violence in it, tons and tons of violence. And although I know a lot of people would say it's cartoon violence, it's anime violence, it's not real, there is still a lot of violence, and kids absorb things differently to how we do as adults. They don't see a cartoon as a cartoon, they see a cartoon as it's real, you know, that could happen, that is me. That is, you know, they see it in that kind of way. So for that reason, I don't think it's necessarily a great idea for kids to be watching tons of violence. So yeah, there is plenty of that. Loads of fight scenes, loads of, there's shooting, there's, someone gets their hand cut off, someone gets their eye gouged out. It's, you know, it's pretty gory, even though, you know, again, it's only a cartoon, so it's definitely worth considering whether you would want your small human to be watching that. Okay, in addition to the violence, another thing that I personally, as a mumsy type person, feel that it's not entirely suitable for youngsters is there are scenes of nudity fairly frequently. You know, in at least most episodes. I have, as before, made specific notes of certain episodes which are of concern. However, I'm going to be honest, I got to episode 15 and by that point I'd made a pinpoint observation of something from every single episode. So by episode 15, I was well and truly involved, really enjoying it, but also by that point I'd already established that this was not going to be suitable for, you know, anything up until that point. If a youngster's not able to see all of that, then there's not a lot of point in them seeing the rest. So yeah, nudity. There is fairly frequent nudity. In a sexual way, if I'm honest. It's not necessarily nudity where it's somebody undressing. It's nudity as in, so there's actually quite a disturbing scene, if I'm honest. It's quite a tricky subject, which I mean, I'm not entirely sure I would want kids watching. So there is an assault on a female in one of the episodes. Fairly near the beginning, if I'm honest, and so yeah, quite a serious assault. And she, you know, she is nude in that scene, so that's really not ideal for a child to be watching or having those images sort of ingrained. Although they're not particularly graphic images, again, it's not something which I feel should be normalised for kids. So yeah, there is a brief scene of an adult magazine. Yeah, there is lots and lots and lots. I cannot emphasise this enough. There is lots and lots of killing, mass killing, rooms full of people that are dead. So I've made a specific note about this. There's one character who I actually really like. She's called Mao, and I had decided that I would quite like to cosplay her. I like her. Anyway, so I made a specific note of her. She has a bit of a funny relationship with her best friend Hinata, who is a bit of a tomboy kind of character, and yeah, basically Mao has this strange obsession with seeing Hinata naked. And so there is a scene where they are both seen fully naked in a bath together, so in a bathhouse. And yeah, anyway, so that's actually seems kind of mild to even mention that compared to some of the other stuff that's in there. But you know, I thought I'd mention it. Mainly because I wanted to say that I really like that character. Mao she's really cool. And she's got purple hair. I have also made another note. Look, I'm using an iPad today, don't have my little bit of paper. So there is another thing that I've noted here. Again, it seems really quite obvious to mention this, but I'm going to mention it anyway. There's not only lots of swearing, but I'm not talking little swear words. Like I mentioned in Toradora, which were, you know, kind of mild swear words, nothing that drastic. There was quite a lot of swearing in this one, including the dreaded F word. The dreaded F word is mentioned a few times. So yeah. In conclusion, to Mirai Nikki, Future Diaries, not at all suitable for kids. No. I would say it's definitely a 13 and up. So that's it from me for this week. Next week I am going to do Elfen Lied, which is actually one of my old favourites. So I'm cheating a little bit there. Might have a quick refresher on that one, but it's one which I obsessively watched, you know, way back when. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And also coming up at the end of the month, I am taking the Small Humans, my mini-me's, to their first ever big Comic-Con. So we are going to London on the 29th of October. So what I'm going to do that week is, instead of reviewing another anime, I'm going to take you on an Animom tour around the convention, if you're interested in seeing it. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions for anime you would like me to review, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagree with what I've said about Mirai Nikki, then comment down below, because then you can let other people know that you know, there's another opinion on it. But any comments you make sure that they are from a parental point of view, because that's what I'm about. Anyway, so that's me, done for another week. I have been your friendly neighbourhood Animom. Thank you, and mwah! Bye bye.